What's going on there, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Craftavore Tastes, and today we are digging into special beer time, man. It is one day after Black Friday and 2 days after Thanksgiving, so you know what that time of year is. Yes, it is the annual release of Goose Island's Bourbon County brand Stout. And so today we are digging into the 2018 version of Goose Island BCBS, man. Super stoked to dive into this guy. Yeah, Bourbon County, absolute classic, man. Being brewed since, I believe, 1992. The 2018 version, this one is actually coming in at 14.7% ABV. And I know that similar to like the last number of years, I've actually come across kind of, different kind of like bottling runs, right? I actually saw one. So this one was bottled on the 26th of July, coming in at 14.7% ABV. I have seen one that was actually bottled in October, coming in at 15.2%, which might be the highest ABV I have ever seen for a Bourbon County before in my life. So, so for folks that don't know, Bourbon County is actually basically the kind of quintessential OG of barrel-aged imperial stouts. After all these years, it does happen to be my favorite. So let's go ahead and dive straight into the review, man. Super, super stoked to get into this and kind of see. There we go. See how the 2018 vintage of Bourbon County brand Stout is. All right, so let's go ahead, pop a top, or actually pop a cap, take a look at the appearance, get the aroma, taste it, and then, of course, we're going to rate it. All right, so let's go ahead and get that guy right off. Move that off to the side. Oh, yeah. Nice big old oil slick. Get that guy pushed off to the side. And let's take a look at the appearance, yeah? So, yeah, absolutely, beer comes in full on, completely jet black. Typical kind of Bourbon County, are already getting huge, massive wafts of kind of like vanilla and tobacco off of the nose, so things are looking good. Let's kind of swish her around a little bit, see if we can get ourselves just a bit of a head. Yeah, just got this kind of super kind of beautiful, almost deeper than kind of mocha, kind of brown, almost borderline kind of red in certain hints. Head looks absolutely awesome, looks typical for what Bourbon County should, so let's go ahead and dive our nose into it and get an aroma, yeah? Hold on. Man. Oh, that's Bourbon County. Some huge big notes of tobacco, vanilla, even getting kind of a little bit of almost kind of molasses kind of going on, right? Like there's a sweetness that's taking place there where it's kind of molasses and kind of notes, or even kind of almost like a sweet kind of honey. But yeah, also notes of kind of chocolate and obviously a bit of oaking character coming out of the beer as well. Again, beautiful kind of notes of vanilla, tobacco, leather. Just again, kind of all kind of envelope and kind of wrapped up. There's even kind of even hints of like a little bit of kind of dark fruits going on there as well. But yeah, very kind of molassesy, very kind of like sticky, if that kind of makes sense. Just a huge, 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 massive barrel-aged imperial stout. Hint of booze on it as well, but you know what? For obviously a beer that's only been in the bottle for, X number of months now, not getting a tremendous amount of kind of booze or kind of alcohol coming off of that, which is kind of nice. I was expecting it to be kind of like even a little bit hot in the nose, but no, not really. Absolutely not. Smells insane as it always does, year in and year out. So let's go ahead and give ourselves a taste. Cheers. Oh, oh my God. Wow. So, typical Bourbon County taste. Very much similar to the nose. Huge big pops. Oak, charred oak, vanilla, molasses, A little bit of dark fruits, kind of in like the form of like a chocolatey kind of prune going on. There are also kind of notes of like a little bit of like almost again like kind of like sticky and sweet kind of honey. Going back in for another one. Yeah, beautiful. All kind of enveloped with kind of just like a nice little kiss and touch of kind of bourbon. Again, I'm going to say this straight up. For having been bottled now, let's say, right? It's the end of July, so August, September, October, right? Like literally not even 4 months. The beer I was expecting to be significantly more hot. There is a warming quality that's kind of taking over like a little bit as you kind of, put that down right at the top of your chest a little bit. But in no way, shape, or form would I actually say that this beer is hot. It's actually drinking like a Bourbon County that I've held on to for quite some time, in and upwards of a year. Like, I know it's kind of crazy to be able to say that like a fresh Bourbon County tastes like balanced and like is more nuanced, but this actually is, which is kind of nuts, man. So like, I don't know. I'm going to kind of give a recommendation here that if you obviously get your hands on the 2018 vintage of Bourbon County and you're getting multiples, you're probably going to want to open a cup pretty fresh. Like, this is freaking awesome. And then obviously hold on to a few to put obviously in the cellar and see how that develops over time. But like, this is one of the best Bourbon Counties I think I can remember outside of 2013, where I would almost tell you to lean on drinking it fresh versus cellaring. One last sip and then we're giving her a rating. Man, that is absolutely freaking awesome. The king of barrel-aged imperial stouts, the OG, right, of barrel-aged imperial stouts, for the vintage 2018 is keeping that mantle, in my opinion. That is freaking awesome. Like I said, rating time. Because this is probably one of the best Bourbon Counties that I've had fresh, I'm going to go ahead and straight up give this beer a 5 cap. There is no question about that. Obviously, Bourbon County comes with a tremendous amount of heritage and lineage, right? And still, in my opinion, is the singular best barrel-aged imperial stout on the market. And so it's going to be tough for me not to give it 5 caps, right? Like, just based on its kind of track record. But this, again, is a little bit different. This 5 cap rating is coming straight from the fact that, other than vintage 2013, that was my absolute favorite of Bourbon Counties, this might be my second favorite. And it might be that vintage where straight out of the bottle and fresh is one of the singular best representations of any vintage of Bourbon County I've ever had. All right, so that'll do it for this episode of the Craftavore Tastes. Hope you join me again for another episode where I drink, I review, I rate, and I repeat. Cheers, guys.